said that the best intervention is prevention. However, many schools often overemphasize Tier 2 and Tier 3 students and do not provide their students who are working on grade level with targeted instruction to meet skills gaps that arise throughout the year. As a result, those schools may see a spike in special education referrals in grade 3 and 4 due to underlying undetected skill gaps with students who were considered on target in earlier grades. Sometimes students with strong comprehension and sight word vocabulary can appear as though they are reading because they recognize enough of the words or they have essentially memorized the stories. However, when these students enter third and fourth grade and encounter multi-syllabic words in social studies and science, they struggle with these non-sight words and cannot decode them. Later, as adolescent readers, they may struggle with fluency skills because they have done far less reading than their peers. The response to intervention and multi-tier systems of support methodologies have been more widely adopted because they are focused on the concept of identifying students before they begin to significantly struggle. Frequent progress monitoring can help identify skills gaps in students who appear to be good readers, allowing teachers to prevent reading failure by intervening as soon as the student begins to struggle. Another aspect of good prevention of reading difficulties and sound instruction, consider the following factors: how well your school is meeting these criteria, outlining the elements of the effective classroom instruction, which could be goals and objectives. Does the student understand the purpose for learning the skills and how these skills connect with other skills they are learning? Explicit. Are directions clear and straightforward? Do students understand exactly what they are expected to do without having to interfere anything? Systematic. Are skills introduced in a logical and specific order, introducing easier skills and moving to more complex? Scaffolding. Is there explicit use of prompt cues, examples, and opportunities for guided practice? Modeling and corrective feedback. Does the teacher model new skills for students and provide corrective feedback as necessary? Instructional routine. Are the instructional formats consistent from lesson to lesson so that the students can focus on the skill they are learning versus the format of the lesson? Is the routine consistent so teachers can focus on their language and their pacing instead of the format of the lesson? Universal screening is typically given at the beginning of the year and is used as a quick indicator of which students are on track and which students require closer monitoring throughout the year. Students who are identified at some level of risk are often progress monitored monthly, weekly, or even daily. Many schools put solid instruction in place, but fail to monitor student performance frequently enough. Therefore, they do not recognize or realize that students are beginning to fall behind. When an end of year assessment is the only measurement used to determine student progress, schools risk wasting an entire year for students who display signs of struggle midway through the year and subsequently fail to meet their end of year benchmarks.